Back on the right stand here on the CNN News 18 Federal Bank Primetime Studio. We're coming to you live, ladies and gentlemen, and let's move on to this big story that has also become a reason for Sam Pitroda to step down as the chief of the Overseas Congress. Rahul Gandhi claims that the Congress only propounds love. It's a mohabbat ki dukaan. But Sam Pitroda perhaps believes otherwise. Sam Pitroda is stoking massive controversy with his race analogy. Now, it's not the first time that he has stirred controversy, and that too just around when elections, critical elections are around the corner. In an interview to The Statesman, Sam Pitroda mocked Bharat's diversity and said we could hold together a country as diverse as India, where people on the east look like Chinese, people on the west look like Arab, people on the north look like maybe white, and people in the south look like Africans. His remark triggering massive outrage. Prime Minister Modi questioning Rahul Gandhi and asking him how dare he insult Bharatiya culture. PM dared MK Stalin and Uddhav Thackeray to snap ties with the Congress over Sam Pitroda's race analogy. The Congress distancing itself immediately from the remark, calling it unfortunate. The party even claims that Sam Pitroda has resigned from his post. Jairam Ramesh himself taking to X and putting out the fact that he has resigned and his resignation has been accepted. But the BJP asking, why didn't the party sack him? But before we debate this further, let's listen into what Sam Pitroda and the Prime Minister said.
We could hold country together as diverse as India, where people on east look like Chinese, people on west look like Arab, people on north look like, maybe white, and people in south look like Africa. Doesn't matter. We are all brothers and sisters. We all respect different language. We all respect different religion, different look, different custom, different food.
संविधान सर पे लेकर के नाचने वाले लोग चमड़ी के रंग के आधार पर मेरे देशवासियों का अपमान कर रहे हैं। कि चमड़ी का रंग देख करके उन्होंने मान लिया कि द्रौपदी मुर्मू भी अफ्रीकन है। अरे चमड़ी का रंग कोई भी हो, हम तो श्री कृष्ण की पूजा करने वाले लोग हैं, जिसकी चमड़ी का रंग यहां हम सब जैसा रंग था। ये सोच आज पहली बार मुझे तो पता चला कि ये दिमाग कहां काम कर रहा है इनका, ये देश को कहां ले जाएंगे।
But Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP with us, America and Narayanan, leader Congress party with us. Namaste and Jai Hind. Thank you very much, America and Narayanan. Why would Mr. Sam Pitroda, trying to highlight our diversity and our culture, make such comparisons?
Well, I think he has used, he should have been more sensitive and use the appropriate word to express the unity in diversity India faces, where the BJP is trying to divide the country in the name of religion, caste, and other things, languages and whatnot. So he should have used an appropriate word. But let that not be any doubt. The Prime Minister who talks about Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, that is everyone, including the Africans, including the whites, including the Arabs, are part of a large Vasudhaiva family. Is it not? Now, I don't understand. I am a Tamil. I am from South. I am from Tamil Nadu. Karuppu thaan enakku pidicha color. Black is beautiful. There's nothing wrong about it. Why are you guys, I think you guys are racist in bringing up this subject and trying to take Sam Pitroda's word out of context and trying to make, because you really ought to be talking what Prime Minister talked today, where he talked about Adani and Ambani having tons of black money and sending it by tempo, where he talked about monetization. His own friends he's accusing now of having a tons of black money. Why did he not send ED to them? That's a subject you really ought to be carrying today. Instead, you're not talking about unemployment, you're not talking about economics, you're not talking about black money, you not talked about Prime Minister's own friends on which he accused them of having tons of black money, sending them in tempo and not using his ED and IT and everything else. So you're literally barking at the wrong tree and wrong thing, making him mole out of the mountain where Sam Pitroda should have. But I know him.
Well,
He is my friend.
if it was such a mole, sir, then why has he stepped down as the overseas chief of the Congress party? If it was such a mole, why has he stepped down as the overseas chief of the Congress party, and why has his resignation been accepted? Charupragya, respond.
You can't have it.
You want me to?
Good evening, Anand, and good evening to all our viewers. Sir, you can't have it both ways, Mr. Narayanan. You can't have it both ways. If he's wrong, you should be apologizing. If he's right, stick by him and don't ask him to resign. What is it that you're doing? But the fact here is that he's a habitual offender, Anand. He's a habitual offender, and his ideology is that of the Congress party, and it is backed by Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, and all the others, and that is a fact. It started way back in 1984 when he made the infamous comment, "Jo hua so hua," about the 84 massacre of Sikhs. He said that and nobody pulled him up. He questioned the effectiveness of the Indian Air Force during the Balakot airstrike. Nobody pulled him up for it. A few weeks ago, he was talking about wealth distribution so confidently, he doesn't even know what is fact and what is fiction. But he did speak about it and nobody pulled him up for it. And today, he is speaking in a way where he's comparing Indians and calling them racist slurs. Do you think it's a compliment, sir, for a northeastern Indian to be called a Chinese? Are you actually defending that? You are saying black is beautiful, but are you not aware that in the country where Mr. Pitroda resides, that is racism and it's a punishable offense? So he is not just completely disconnected from Indian culture. He doesn't even know the law of the land that he resides in. And that kind of a man is your leader. That kind of a man is a person you put on the international platform to represent the overseas Congress. That is shameful. And they love these comparisons, Anand. You know, they keep comparing the Congress people. They compare the DNA of the North Indians to the South Indians. Rahul Gandhi will compare the voters of Amethi to the voters of Wayanad, all in unfavorable ways. Tell me, why is nobody comparing Rahul Gandhi to other leaders? Why is nobody comparing Rahul Gandhi to even other leaders in the Congress? Why is it that Congress still does not understand they seem to be in a space where they are not just disconnected from reality, but they are completely comfortable insulting India and Indians? Time after time after time. We cannot be sitting down and taking it. I'm sorry, I have a lot of friends in the Northeast. And sir, you could be from Tamil Nadu, but I don't know any Tamilian in my country who's comfortable being called an African. And I don't know why you would say it on national television and pretend it doesn't matter.
Well, first thing is,
please respond.
I have stated case, and you need to understand, don't say wrong things without understanding. Using a word black is not wrong, is not racism in the United States. Also, black, you guys have a very wrong attitude about the color. And you show your superiority complex by comparing other colors, which are not in a wrong way. Neither
no,
black,
I'm
not yellow,
you right.
not British. No color is wrong. Please understand that. No, I did not interrupt you,
he didn't
ma'am.
say,
no,
Mr. Narayanan. Just allow me 10 seconds. What Charupragya's intervention is that he did not use the word black. He used African. He used Chinese. And he used Arabs. He did not say that we may be anthropologically different and we may have different anthropological backgrounds or roots. He did not use the correct terminology. What he used is the terminology that he used it showed reflected the mindset and where he came from and how he likened them. So that's what Charupragya is saying. Please continue. Please continue.
African American is an appropriate word in the American anthropology and American politics and American social life. Please understand that. If you don't know,
what applies in America does not apply here, sir. What applies in America does there. Sir, you're trying to use personal jibes against me. It's not going to work because sir, the more you harp America, the less you seem to be knowing about India. The word America in your name means humility in Tamil, does not mean America or somebody from America. Let the viewer not get confused because of your arguments. So I am just asking you, Mr. Narayanan. What I'm asking you, Mr. Narayanan, no, sir, he didn't use the word black. He used the word Americans. Africans. He used the word Africans and he used the word Chinese. He didn't make the correct anthropological reference to them. He didn't say that we may be anthropologically, we may have different genes, but we are all united by our culture and our identity. He didn't say that. That's the point that's being made. You are, yes, complete.
You
Go
know
ahead.
English well. You know what he meant.
Go ahead.
You are taking this word out of context, and you ought to be really talking about the black money that Modi has talked about tonight on the prime time, where he said he knows. Evidently, Modi knows that Modi ji, my prime minister, knows how the money is transferred to him. Probably he has experience. You ought to be really talking about that, not this.
No, okay, wait.
right.
It's just the two of you.
Telangana
Let him make his point. Then you respond.
hiding
Then you respond,
evidence
Jairam.
for
Let him make his
thousands
point. Let him make his.
of
Let him make his point. Let him make his point, and then you respond.
He's topic.
Go ahead.
Are you willing to
Go ahead.
yield? Can she
I'm
respond to?
listening.
Yeah.
I'm listening, man.
Yes, Charu Pragya.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Charu Pragya, go on.
If he wants to talk about Adani, he forgets that it is Congress chief ministers who are signing MOUs worth thousands of crores with Adani's and showing that certificate.
Nothing
Sir,
wrong
what
about
are you
it.
saying? What are you
Nothing
saying?
wrong about
You
it.
have completely lost the plot here. My simple question to you is, if you're still defending what Mr. Pitroda said, why did you make him resign? Stick to one side of the story at least. And he never said black. Sir, and let me also tell you something in all seriousness. I have a lot of friends who belong to the northeastern states and who are studying in different parts of the country. These young students, these young professionals are actually harassed and bullied and called Chinese. They make police complaints on that word Chinese. You're defending it and you're pretending there's nothing wrong in it. I'm an Indian who lives in the north. Are you going to identify me as something else because your leader doesn't know enough?
Can I respond? Can I respond?
Yes, yes. Yes,
First thing,
please.
From whatever I know, Congress has accepted his resignation. I don't think they have asked him to resign. He has, I think I first said he should have used a better word to express the unity in diversity. And he is wrong in using inappropriate word. I said that, number one. I am not defending him. I am only accusing you of not understanding, and everybody who knows even a little knowledge of English will understand what he meant. You left the substantive thing he said. Instead, you are planning and playing with semantics and trying to make a mountain out of a mole. That's all I'm saying. You really ought to be talking about the Prime Minister's black money.
You are
talked about Adani and Ambani. Now let me answer that.
Charu Pragya respond. Charu Pragya respond. He's 3-4 times he's tried to shift the goalpost. The fact is that the Congress party. Here's what the Congress party has said. The Congress party has said that what Mr. Sam Pitroda has said is condemnable, and they have washed their hands of it. But you believe that the BJP and the rest of the country and the media is making a mountain of a molehill. If it was such a molehill, why has his? But the question, sir, is some questions remain. That is he still director of Young Indian? Should he be expelled from the party for his repeated utterances and actually putting the Congress on the back foot time and again, at least thrice in this poll season itself? Third question, sir, is there going to be an apology from those who actually act on his advice? He has the ear of some of the top leaders of the Congress party, those who want to drive the party in a particular direction and hope to lead this country sometime in the future. He has the ear of those people.
There's nothing wrong about listening to everybody. You got to really wonder, I really wonder your intentions if you don't understand his intention of what he was trying to say. And do you really believe that his intention is wrong in saying unity in diversity? Anand, you know English. Okay. You don't sell your...
Sir, he has said democracy, freedom, liberty, fraternity is being challenged by Ram Temple and Ram Navami. So as Mr. Narayanan, do you agree with this?
I'm sorry, I lost you, Anand.
I said he has also said democracy, freedom, liberty, fraternity is being challenged by Ram Temple in Ayodhya and Ram Navami.
No, I again disagree with him on that. I'm not here to defend Sam Pitroda, but I am here to ask your viewers, should we be really talking about Sam Pitroda today or about the Prime Minister who talked about black money, who said he got rid of the black money through demonetization, and saying now tons of black money has been taken in tempo by his own friends, Adani and Ambani. When people do that, Prime Minister, when they don't even do that, Prime Minister sends ED, income tax, CBI. Why did he not send to them? That's the question we really ought to be discussing.
Please be careful about making utterances and insinuations and just saying things off the cuff, things that have not been said. You're opening yourself to libel, you're opening yourself to defamation, you're opening yourself to also perpetrating falsehood. With respect to the Prime Minister, Charu Pragya, has the Prime Minister said that the Adanis and Ambanis are carting money in black money? In black, tempo loads are going from Adani and Ambani somewhere. Has the Prime Minister said that?
Anand, I'm no longer surprised. See, when the chief, Mr. has no problem making statements after statements which are completely false, even though the Supreme Court continues to pull him up for it again and actually issues a special warning for him, the followers are going to do the same. जैसे लीडर करेगा वैसे बाकी सब लोग करेंगे. Sir, every single point you have raised in this debate is actually a big question mark, because I can bring it down one by one. You're talking about ED in a ED raid yesterday again from a Congress minister's PA's servant's house. So much money has fallen out. Words after words of money. So what are you saying? Why are you questioning the ED? ED is doing its job. You want to discuss Ambani and Adani? Should I start by telling you whether it is Telangana, Chhattisgarh, or it is the state of Rajasthan? When your party has been in power, you've signed MOU after MOU with them. The most recent one, Telangana Chief Minister went and signed abroad. Then you didn't say anything.
About signing a business deal with Adani and Ambani.
Why do you not
has the Prime Minister today said, according to Mr. America and Narayan and Charu Pragya, has the Prime Minister today said that Adani and Ambani are sending tempo fulls of money, and this is all black money and the Prime Minister is not catching them? The Prime Minister openly has he said that Adani and Ambani are sending black money.
And I'm going to record this entire debate and then we shall hold on to it and get some legal action done on it, because, Congress leaders really need to stop doing this. One very important thing I want to raise here is Mr. Pitroda is not just a normal leader of the Congress. He's somebody who was considered important enough to be the advisor to the Prime Minister. He's somebody who was considered so important that he moved to India for Indira Gandhi. He stayed on with Rajiv Gandhi. During Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's time also, he was a very important person. Now, somebody so important with an ideology of being so divisive is obviously passing it on to others, and you are continuing with the tradition of defamation like Mr. Gandhi. So I don't know, sir, एक हिंदी में कहावत है, पैर कुल्हाड़ी मारना, आप कुल्हाड़ी पे जाके पैर मार रहे हैं, you still not realizing what you're saying.
You are flogging a dead horse, ma'am. Now
Satyanarayan Gangaram Pitroda. Satyanarayan Gangaram Pitroda hails from Kalinga. He hails from Kalinga Desham. So, how does he describe the people of Kalinga Desham? Kalinga Desham today is Odisha, sir.
You ought to really ask
how does he describe the people of Odisha?
All I can tell you is again and again, you ought to be talking about unemployment. You ought to be talking about economics. Unfortunately, you are talking.
Sir,
something.
Do you agree?
I agree with
are you telling me or are you telling Mr.
Satyanarayan
Gangaram Pitroda?
He has taken
who are you telling? Who are you saying this to? Did I say that Ram Temple and Ram Navami are hurting democracy, equality, liberty and fraternity? Did I say that? Or did Mr. Satyanarayan Gangaram Pitroda say?
I listened to him. I don't think he said it is hurting the democracy or fraternity. He didn't say democracy for sure. He said that in the name of Ram, when the Ram was in the hand of Mahatma Gandhi, it united India. When Ram is in the hand of the BJP, it divides India. That's what he's trying to say.
Sir, Ram cannot be in anybody's hand. Sir, Ram can only be in our hearts. He's a subject matter of devotion. He's the Ishtadev. He's not in anybody's hand, not controllable by anybody. So again a misnomer. And imagine, sir, he's the chairman. He was the chairman of the Knowledge Commission, the rank of a minister in the UPA. He was the chairperson of the Knowledge Commission. That's the level to which his importance was within the Congress echelon, sir. That's the level to which his importance was in the Congress echelon. And 3-4 of his statements today, you have said that you disagree with.
Ram is a word that united India during Mahatma Gandhi's name.
Right. We've got to wind up. We're way over on the show. Have got to wind up, sir. Thank you very, very much, Charu Pragya and America Narayan. With that, we call it a wrap. Thanks for watching.